Y'all can still hear me back there, right?
Right.
All right. This last poem was inspired by a poem that my mother wrote to me and my siblings. And my grandmother cross-stitched it. And there's a cross-stitch version that my brother has, my sister has, and I have. And I have mine hanging above my bed. And that was the inspiration for this poem. On the day that I was born, my eyes like glimmered and shine as the heavens opened up with angels of all kind. Well, I got the thumb from under God's plane of holy thunder. Wonder how he could ever make such a blunder as me. Lord, how did I come to be? And what the hell went wrong when you wove me in the womb? And why in the world would you use two different colors of thread, just like that cross-stitch poem my mama hung above my bed? Oh, Master Craftsman, how did you, the God of all creation, run short on clay for your little animation, have to use two different colors of sand in each hand and water mixed till it comes to stand this kind of mulatto brown? Sun-scalded skin like tree bark, I look around, don't see too many other boys the same color as the ground, Lord, and I don't mean black. No, I mean brown. Brown is the mud I play in, no one else quite this shaded. So alone I stay in limbo beneath a rope, using the game of tug-of-war. A battle between two sides who aren't pulling, but pushing. See, the world said I was too white to be black to be white. In fact, they said my two halves don't make a whole, but well, I read that poem and my mama told me, she says, child, you ain't no half-breed. She says, child, you are whole and you are free. She says, child, you are him and you are me. She says, child, you may have German from your father and African from your mother, but child, you are American. And never forget that. So I ask you, what original sin left me to live the life within the in-between in which I marvel at a monster in the mirror made by a scientist with a maddening mind, a diabolical design, a diagnosis from Dr. Frankenstein on terminal? See, because the Lord plucked a pretty piece from practically every person, put them perfectly parallel, and then stitched them together. And yet, I still can't seem to find my own birds of a feather. I have flocked alone for forever, y'all, so tell me, where my fellow penguins at? Look, y'all, I'll settle for a panda or even a zebra, just anyone with two-colored skin and there's blood running through their veins who knows what it's like to have the world take one look at you and say, JP, what even are you? As if I owed an explanation how the 23 in me fought across oceans of separation to reach their final destination, this. Will I read my mama's poem one more time? This time I know the thread leave her lips as she spoke it, trace it to my grandmother's hands as she wove it, and how it comes to land on me. And well, I begin to see myself the way they do. It moves me from frustration to admiration for another one of God's greatest creations. I found my place amongst the masterpieces from the Renaissance. And well, that monster in the mirror, he morphs into a Mona Lisa, and I realize I got full lips like a black man. That is slim like the white man's, not too big, not too small. I think you and Goldilocks could find them just right. So raise your hand if, like me, you got sun-kissed skin, golden brown like a caramel mocha latte, or high cheekbones and a chiseled jaws. If Michelangelo himself liberated you, David, from stone. Raise your hand if, like me, you walk the perfect middle. Not a violin or viola, but a fiddle. See, I've solved the riddle. The Lord, he didn't just meddle in the middle of medical affairs of things he didn't understand. No, he had a detailed and intricate plan. We were all made by the same Renaissance man. A creator greater than Donatello, Raphael, and Da Vinci. So subsequently, eventually, I hope y'all come to see the same thing I have. That in the Sistine Chapel we call a world, we are all just paintings on the wall and amongst you. My fellow creations, clay animations, and stone liberations. I have found my home. Thank you.